quick range tip, guys. Also, a quick tip on recoil after that. First is that when you're at the range, you should be dry practicing. Of course, dry practice is great at home, but you can't live fire. And so when we get to the range, we tend to live fire only and save the dry practice for when we get home. But I think that's a big mistake. What I like to do is to come out and with eye and ear pro, pointing in a safe direction, all the rules of live fire, of course, apply. But the gun itself, magazine is loaded, pistol is not, chamber is empty, that is to say. Double check that. All right, so chamber is empty, and now I'm just gonna do my dry practice normally. I'm gonna get that press. Gonna reset without fully cycling. And I think because I'm at the range, I have my eye and ear pro on, the gun is almost loaded. It induces one more layer of stress and makes it a little bit more realistic for you, so that when you then go back to live fire, things have just not changed as much. Of course, now you're getting recoil, but also you're getting some really good reps in there, and you're seeing exactly what's happening. It's not being masked by the recoil. And so the second one is, while you're doing this, the tip on controlling the recoil is to squeeze with your pinkies more, because as leverage, right, every kid learns that when you're out on the playground on the seesaws, a larger kid at the end is really hard to move. So you have that kid move up towards the middle. So the further out we get away from the recoil, the more our leverage matters. So down here at our pinkies, this is where we're getting the most leverage. And also, most people tend to just kind of forget their pinkies. They tend to squeeze mostly. We squeeze mostly as a right-hander. I got to show you with my right hand. We tend to squeeze up here way too much. And if we take this finger off and really focus on squeezing on the bottom, that'll actually, we'll get more total strength. Of course, we have to do this when we're shooting because this finger has to remain free to press that trigger. So try that. After each rep, let me get my eye back on. In the middle of each rep here, think, squeeze with the pinkies, press. Now think, man, did I have a good squeeze? And if after a dozen or so reps of this, your fingers, your hands are not a little bit tired, you're not squeezing hard enough. Squeeze hard enough that your sights begin to shake, and then back off just a hair. Keep those pinkies really cranked down, and I think you'll see not only your recoil improve, but your overall accuracy, because you won't have the occasional flyer. Try it.